Croeso and welcome to the Year 10 Information Evening. My name is Mr. Lewis and I'm going to be talking you through this very quick presentation. So first of all, what have we prepared for you tonight? Well, obviously we've got this video that we're going through. A link to the presentation is above this video, and also this key information pack here, which again is a link that you can download and you can keep. This is a overview of any key dates for assessments or controlled assessments, and also a rough guide for examinations when they will be happening. Now, closer to your exam dates, your child will receive their own bespoke exam timetable, and we will send out communications when those are released as well. We also keep our website up to date, so it's a good idea to keep an eye on our website, because we do publish updates and news articles there quite regularly. Now, in terms of what we're going to go through today, we are going to look at mainly the core subjects, and we'll also touch then on a few things that we can do as parents to help your children as they go through the exams. Now, the majority of pupils with us do study English language and English literature, so I'm going to start with English language first. English language is spread over 3 units, Unit 1, 2 and 3, and you start off then with an oracy, which is split up into an individual task and a group discussion, and you can see the weightings there either side at 10% for each task. Unit 2 then is split as a reading and a writing task, and likewise it's the same there with Unit 3. Now, the majority of this is completed in the final year, so during June in Year 11, but the oracy task is normally done at the start of Year 11, and again communications will be sent out when they are due to complete. Now, you can see there's a picture on the right hand side of a study guide. These are available to purchase through the English department, and obviously you are free to buy them yourself. You can buy them from most good bookshops or online. The only thing to be mindful of is the exam board on the top. So you can see this one now is specifically for WJEC, English language. HODA does produce a wealth of different revision resources rather, and they will cater for a number of different exam boards. So if you are buying something, can you please make sure that it is for the WJC, because that is the main exam board we do use within the school, unless we specifically say otherwise. Now, in terms of English literature, you can see it's a 3-unit course as well. So Unit 1, 2 and Unit 3. Unit 3 being the controlled assessment, which is worth 25%, and the other two then are 2 exams as well, one of which will be taken during Year 11. Now, in terms of the assessment, again, you will be given everything that you need in order to support your child, and also any set texts will also be provided by the school as well. For GCSE mathematics, nearly all of our pupils do study mathematics and mathematics numeracy, so they will get 2 GCSEs in mathematics as well. So the first thing, what is GCSE mathematics numeracy? Well, this builds on the literacy and numeracy framework that they have been completing from Key Stage 3, and it's also designed to try to give maths some sort of context. So the idea is that learners will read questions that they will see in their everyday world of work. So as you can see with this example there, they have a luggage problem, and there's a few different options there, and you can see then it's mainly a problem solving exercise with this. Now, the difference between numeracy and mathematics is typically mathematics is the more traditional side of maths, which will then build up into the progressive scientific side of mathematics, where you have to factorize and do various other things there for more technical study. And this leads you on well if you did wish to go on to study mathematics at A level. Now, something quite unique with maths is that it's a tiered system. So you can see there are 3 tiers here: higher, intermediate and foundation. Now, your child will be entered for one of these tiers, and something to be aware of is the grading. So if they are entered for higher, as an example, you can see they can get from an A star down to a C. If they fail to achieve a C, they will get a U. Now, if they're entered for intermediate, that then is graded B down to E, and again, if they fail to get an E, they'll get a U, and the foundation there is D down to G. Now you'll be made aware of which tier your child's been entered for, as it'll be printed on their exam entry form, and if you do have any questions, please feel free to contact your child's teacher and they will be happy to explain. In terms of assessment, these are essentially assessed via exam only. So there's 2 papers for GCSE Maths Numeracy. One is a calculator and one's a non-calculator. Each are worth 50%, and that's exactly the same then for the normal GCSE Mathematics as well. So it's a 100% exam. In terms of the resources, well, there's a number of resources out there. These are GCP books. And again, these can be purchased through the maths department at a significant reduction. If you need to purchase one, please ask your child's maths teacher and they will be happy to point you in the right direction of how to actually purchase it. There's different books for different levels. As you can see, the levels are printed on them as well. And that's really important that you do buy the correct tier for your child for revision. In terms of science, the majority of pupils are entered for double award science, and there are a few pupils who will study triple science. We'll come on to triple science in a moment. With science, there are 2 options. You can either be entered for higher or foundation, and again, if you've got any queries, please ask your child's science teacher and they will be happy to help. The difference between this is slightly different to the maths tiers, so you can see with the double award science, it's A star to D, and foundation is C to G. Now, in terms of the science double award, pupils will normally complete their exams in year 10 and year 11. So in year 10, they'll normally study biology, chemistry, and physics. Each one of these is an hour and 15 minutes, and it contributes around about 15% to their exam. In terms of the controlled assessment, this is normally done within January, and this is worth 10%. That will be done during lesson time, and then their final exams then will be in the summer of 2026, which is biology 2, chemistry 2, and physics 2. If they miss biology 1, chemistry 1, or physics 1 for any reason, they will have to complete them then during the summer of 2026. And once again, there are revision guides. There's ones from HODA and CGP. Both the science department recommend both. That's absolutely fine, and they do cover a range of tiers as well. Now, in terms of triple science, the structure is virtually identical. The only difference you have is that with triple science, there are 3 GCSEs that they will get. So they'll get 1 biology, 1 chemistry, and 1 physics. And that then there's a bigger contribution there of 45% per exam. And once again, there are different tiers, so higher and foundation, but the majority of pupils who study triple science are completing the higher papers. In terms of the revision guides, then there are a few available. Once again, like the double science, there are revision guides from HODA and CGP. The only difference is the colours of them on the front. They are ever so slightly different. But again, if you need any help or want further direction, please contact the school or you contact your child's science teacher and they will be happy to point you in the right direction. Nearly all of our pupils will study GCSE second language Welsh, and there are 4 units to complete within this. One of the units is completed during year 10, and then the rest are completed then during year 11. In terms of the unit breakdown, the Welsh department will be in touch and we will be giving out further information about the exact dates when they have been set by the exam board. And once again, there are study guides available for you. These are produced by different publishers this time though, However, if you would like to purchase these, please get in touch with your child's Welsh teacher and we'll be happy to point you in the right direction of that. Inside the course information booklet, which is above this video, you'll see there's a grid which gives you a rough overview of the different times of the year for different subjects and when the assessments are going to be completed. Now, sometimes assessments can change, and if that is the case, we will be in touch, but feel free to contact your child's teacher if you need more information and specific dates when these are going to be set. We will also be reporting to you quite regularly. So the first interim report is going to be done within October, the second is January, and then you'll have a full Year 10 report due in March, followed by the last interim report in June. When your child's in Year 11, they'll have then an October interim report, which will basically feed in from the GCSE results that they have had if they are studying an exam in the summer. Likewise then, the full report will follow in January, followed by the final interim report then in April 2026. There's also a number of parents' evenings which are available. So the information open evening, which is this video, has just gone live, as well as the November parents' evening, which is via School Cloud, and also the subsequent revision open evenings, which will be in person. One will be in March, and then the final one then for Year 11 will also be in March, but obviously one will be in 2025 and one will be in 2026. There is also another parents' evening. The date will change, so sometimes it's in the end of September, sometimes it's at the beginning of October, henceforth why we've put September and October in there. Now, throughout this presentation, you've probably heard me referring to controlled assessments or NEAs, non-examined assessments. These are typically, think of it like coursework in old money, so to speak. So these are assessments which are done within school time. They are typically not exams, but they are governed by some rules, so they wouldn't be able to typically complete it in the home. However, they normally do contribute to the overall grade that your child will receive. In terms of the assessments, if you wish to find out a little bit more information about the assessments that your child's completed, please contact the school and we'll be happy to point you in the right direction of that. In terms of internal and external examinations, we do hold mock exams, and also we have external GCSE exams. Now, the internal mock exams will start in February, and then we'll have a small number of external exams in May and June. Not everyone will sit these. Some pupils will, for example, in history, only the history pupils will sit their exams there, but there might be a few English exams or maybe maths exams, depending on what course your child is following. Please keep an eye out for your child's exam timetable, which will be released well before the exams are due to take place. Again, if you've got any concerns or questions, please feel free to contact the school. Now, in terms of preparing your child for the exams, there's a number of things that obviously you can do to help. The first thing is to make sure they have the correct equipment coming into school with a pencil case and fully stocked with a pen, an eraser, a ruler, maybe even a calculator, and any other equipment that they might need. Communication is very important. We will publish dates and times of exams, but again, if you have any questions or queries, or you want to know a little bit more information, please get in contact with the school. Revision sessions are normally held after school, and these will be done as needed. Different departments will hold them on different days. We will inform your child of the exam sessions, but again, if you'd like a little bit more information, please feel free to contact your child's teacher. If you've got any direct questions about exam provision, or if you've got any questions relating directly to the exams, the best person to speak to is going to be Miss Alton, who is our exams officer. And the results day for the August exams, which will be in 2025, will be on the Thursday, the 21st. So we look forward to seeing you then to pick up your results. Now, just one or two further tips on how to support your child. Please encourage them to stay after school and obviously attend all lessons during school. The extra revision sessions are crucial as well to further success, because sometimes they'll go over additional past papers, and obviously then typically it's in smaller groups, so it's more of a one-to-one session in some cases. Ensure your child comes fully equipped. We've already said that, with the correct pencil case, and obviously then pens, pencils, and etc. Ask your child how they're progressing and ask about homework, and check regularly that your child is completing the homework. You can also see this on our Talaxy as well, and if there's anything that is missing, such as homework, or if there's any assessments that they're missing, please feel free to contact the school. If you do have any questions, then again, we do hold parents' evenings, which some of them will be in person, some of them will be virtual, but you've also got then contact details, which will be at the end of this presentation. A diet is also very, very, very important. Having a healthy, balanced diet and ensuring they get enough sleep during the exam period is crucial to success. And ensuring your child's organised as well, helping them create their own revision timetable and getting them a space so that they can revise in a quiet area within the house is also incredibly important. Now, here's a list of contacts here on this last but one slide. So Mrs. Alton is our exams officer, so if you've got any questions directly relating to the exams, you are more than welcome to contact her direct. But also you have other points of contact. So Mr. Owens, who's deputy head teacher, myself, Mr. Lewis, who's curriculum coordinator, and Mr. Bushnell, who's the head of year for year 10. And lastly, our contact details. So if you've got any problems or questions or queries, please feel free to contact us. You can either use the telephone number there, or you can send us an email. The school email inbox is info@pontcomp.co.uk. Thank you very much for listening, and I wish you a pleasant evening.